Hi, welcome to the quiz. This very quiz can be done on quizalto.com, where you'll be able to get instant feedback with detailed answers and explanations. The link is in the description below. Quizalto has an extensive library of quizzes you can take for free, and we also have an impressive number of premium quizzes for more advanced levels. As you take quizzes, Quizalto helps you track your progress over time. If our quizzes are not enough for you, you can even create your own quizzes using AI, and they don't even have to be about AWS products. Okay, let's get started. Good luck. How does Amazon MSK handle data ingestion? By compressing data for storage. By providing built-in connectors to integrate with various data sources. By automatically collecting data from external sources. By encrypting data during transfer. How does Amazon MSK ensure data durability? By replicating data across multiple brokers within a Kafka cluster. By compressing data for storage. By encrypting data during transfer. By enforcing access controls. What is Amazon MSK primarily used for? To build and run applications that process or analyze streaming data. To manage relational databases. To store structured data. To provision virtual servers. How does Amazon MSK handle data retention? By encrypting data during transfer. By allowing users to configure retention policies for Kafka topics. By compressing data for long-term storage. By automatically deleting data after a certain period. How does Amazon MSK handle data ingestion? By automatically collecting data from external sources. By encrypting data during transfer. By providing built-in connectors to integrate with various data sources. By compressing data for storage. What is the purpose of Kafka streams? To process and analyze data within Kafka. To enforce access controls. To monitor network traffic. To compress data for storage. How does Amazon MSK ensure high availability of Kafka clusters? By replicating data across multiple brokers. By enforcing access controls. By encrypting data during transfer. By compressing data for storage. How does Amazon MSK handle data encryption? By monitoring network traffic. By enforcing access controls. By compressing data for storage. By supporting encryption in transit and at rest. What is the minimum replication factor supported by Amazon MSK for high availability? 1. 4. 2. 3. What is the role of a Kafka consumer? To configure Kafka security settings. To publish data to Kafka topics. To read data from Kafka topics. To manage Kafka cluster resources. How does Amazon MSK handle data encryption? By enforcing access controls. By compressing data for storage. By monitoring network traffic. By supporting encryption in transit and at rest. What is the significance of Kafka partitions? They compress data for storage. They encrypt data during transfer. They allow for parallel processing of data. They ensure data integrity. How does Amazon MSK handle data encryption? By enforcing access controls. By compressing data for storage. By supporting encryption in transit and at rest. By monitoring network traffic. How does Amazon MSK handle data ingestion? By compressing data for storage. By automatically collecting data from external sources. By encrypting data during transfer. By providing built-in connectors to integrate with various data sources. How does Amazon MSK handle data ingestion? By providing built-in connectors to integrate with various data sources. By compressing data for storage. By automatically collecting data from external sources. By encrypting data during transfer. What is the purpose of a Kafka producer? To configure Kafka security settings. To manage Kafka cluster resources. To consume records from Kafka topics. To publish records to Kafka topics. What is Amazon MSK primarily used for? To provision virtual servers. To manage relational databases. To store structured data. To build and run applications that process or analyze streaming data. What is the purpose of Kafka Connect in Amazon MSK? To monitor network traffic. To compress data for storage. To integrate Kafka with external data sources and sinks. To manage access controls. What is the role of a Kafka consumer? To read data from Kafka topics. To publish data to Kafka topics. To manage Kafka cluster resources. To configure Kafka security settings. What type of workloads is Amazon MSK well suited for? Batch data processing, static file storage, database management, streaming data processing. What is a Kafka topic in Amazon MSK? A network protocol, a data storage device, a security protocol, a category or stream name to which records are published. What is the purpose of a Kafka producer in Amazon MSK? To configure Kafka security settings, to manage Kafka cluster resources, to publish records to Kafka topics, to consume records from Kafka topics. How does Amazon MSK handle data encryption? By compressing data for storage. By supporting encryption in transit and at rest. By enforcing access controls. By monitoring network traffic. How does Amazon MSK ensure data availability? By compressing data for storage. By enforcing access controls. By replicating data across multiple availability zones. By encrypting data during transfer. How does Amazon MSK handle scalability? By automatically scaling the underlying infrastructure based on workload. By encrypting data during transfer. By enforcing access controls. By compressing data for storage. And that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone who participated. Remember, you can answer along on quizalto.com, where you can keep track of your progress and find much more quizzes. We hope you had a fun and challenging time. Until next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.